Edwards. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. We've got Anunoby, Jalen Brunson out there with Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Randall out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now here is Conley. Three-pointer, Randall. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Brunson scanning the floor. To the inside, and the dunk by Towns.
You call that moving with intent and purpose. The big-time finish by Karl Anthony.
Edwards against Bridges. Right side, Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Anunoby. Here's Hart. Brunson with a clean look. A three-pointer off the mark. Minnesota with the ball. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Randall finds Edwards. Back to Randall. 6 on the shot clock. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
That's about awareness. Julius Randle feels that dwindling clock, doesn't get hurried.
Bridges outside. Brunson outside. Oh, good with the triple. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Looking for McDaniels. He gets it there.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Towns up top, defended by Gobert. Here's Brunson. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
I think in today's NBA, you've got to be a 3-level scorer. The midi is good for Jalen Brunson.
Now here's Conley. Edwards inside, defended by Bridges. Edwards inside. He's against Bridges. Edwards, no good. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Timberwolves trail by 3. Edwards looking it over. Towns with the defensive effort.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Randall. Conley finds Edwards. Driving inside. Misses in close. The Knicks leading by 3. On the wing, Anunoby. McDaniels defending. Randall against Anunoby. Randall outside. Gobert dishes to Conley. Edwards against Bridges. And the basket by Edwards.
And that but strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact, doesn't bother him.
Here's Brunson. That one doesn't drop. Gobert with the defensive effort. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Edwards, no good. New York's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Hart kicks to Brunson. Stolen by Michael Conley. Pass to McDaniels. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Bridges passes to Anunoby. Brunson outside. Towns sets the pick for Brunson. Outside, Towns. New York, no good that time either.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Over to the wing. Rando passes to Gobert. Over Towns. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Brunson. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
Well, Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has he shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
Achua, he's checked in for New York. Bridges, no one around him. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy dangerous as a shooter.
Outside Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Bridges. Down low. And finished off by Gobert.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Hard against McDaniel. Hart with it. Hasn't made one yet. And he slams it one-handed.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
My question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
And so it's Minnesota with it. The Knicks making the shot. Gobert with a screen for Randall. Hits it from three-point range. Randall's got 5.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of this shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They now take the lead.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards in the painted area is going to be a force. Size, strength, and hops. Look out.
Pass to Hart, to the paint, trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Gobert with the block. Randall surveying the D. And Gobert gets to Conley. Gobert with a screen for Conley. Back to Gobert, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And New York with a change here, too. Miles McBride's checked in for Mikal Bridges. Pass to Hart. Now here's Towns. Over Gobert. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Hart. 7 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Conley finds Gobert. Here's Alexander Walker, defended by McBride. Conley gets the bucket.
Well, smart shot selection from Mike Conley, right? Just get into your mid-range bag and complete the play. He does so there.
And a fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs. But Doris, horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all missed significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in that Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck. You can see that defenders try to play with a level of physicality against Mike Conley, but this guy's such a tough competitor, he'll get to the line.
And he knocks down the first one. Mike Conley was drafted, Doris, back in 2007. And somehow, some way, he's gone his whole career without receiving a technical foul. Heck, you and I have received technical fouls over here, but not him on the floor.
Kevin, that is an impressive feat, and it's also probably why he's won the NBA Sportsmanship Award more than anyone else in the history of the league, and why we will never win it. An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Some nice passing by New York here. To the middle. The kick out to Towns. Hart, wide open. He fires. Off target from outside. Timberwolves leading by 3. DiVincenzo finds Alexander Walker. Randall a screen on Hart. Brunson against Conley. Pass to Reed. Shoots over Towns. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. New York's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Now, Brunson. McBride with the ball. Here's Towns. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
That can be a difficult shot for some, but Towns very capable in the mid-range.
Pass to Randall. The jump hook, and he gets it to go. Randall's got 7.
Such a tough proposition guarding Julius Randle in that area. This guy is capable on the interior.
Pass to Hart. 1:53 left in the first quarter of the game. Towns, high post. He's against Reed.
Wow, that is impressive mobility for a big man. Defenders have got to be aware of Karl Anthony Anthony on the drive.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
He's off on the first. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Minnesota shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And that one falls for Reed. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Minnesota making a switch here. Minod's checked in. Both free throws good from Reed. 1:32 left to play in the first. Now let's find out what head coach Chris Finch had to say to David Aldridge. David?
Now, we both had the same topic, Mikal Bridges, and the impact he can have on the game. Coach told me he's someone we've talked about for sure. We can't let him out-hustle us. That's when he does the most damage. We'll see if they can match Bridges' energy. Guys?
Thanks, David. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
Quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Garza's checked in. Timberwolves leading by 4. Edwards passes to Reed. Here's Garza. Pass to Edwards. Six to shoot. Connects on the 17-footer. Edwards got 6.
And it's really good to see Edwards knock down the mid-range jumper. He continues to work on becoming more consistent from that area.
Now, here's Bridges. With the drive. Can't connect from short range. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 17-7 run. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Edwards from the arc. The rebound by McBride. On the wing, Bridges. Robinson for 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Minnesota with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Knicks trail by 6. Joe Ingles is out there with Reed. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Edwards in at the 2. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
That one is off. Clark, he's checked in for Minnesota. And the second free throw, good. Minnesota leading by 5. Here's DiVincenzo. Still yet to score. Now here's Reed. And Reed throws it down.
This is something Edwards is getting better and better at, facilitating for his guys.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bridges has got 5 now.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket in close.
DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Pass to Reed. Just 5 on the clock. Out to Edwards. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Reed's got the lead up to 7 now for the Timberwolves.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
Achua finds McBride. Some nice passing by New York here. Now Bridges. Reed with the block. And stolen by Achua. Stolen by Reed. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. Pass to DiVincenzo. Clark outside. Buries it from three-point range. And it's a 10-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
And here is Robinson. Payne with it. Defended by DiVincenzo. Robinson a screen on DiVincenzo. To the right side. 5 to shoot. For the 3. And McBride gets it to go. McBride's got his first 3 points of the game.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Alexander-Walker. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. The Knicks making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in. Knicks trail by 7. Now McBride. Robinson up top. Pass to Bridges. Clock at 6. Robinson a screen on Edwards. Bridges for 3. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
What a wingspan on this young man, able to get up and over defenders. Nice opportunity on the jump shot.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Anunoby. Alexander Walker finds Edwards. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. New York's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And with each passing season, DB, OG Anunoby seems to keep getting more and more versatile.
You are exactly right, Kevin. What we know unequivocally is this is one of the best cross-positional defenders in the league. One of those guys that's truly capable of guarding 1 to 5. But his willingness to be a three-point threat, an offensive rebound, and put it on the deck is exactly what you're talking about.
The first one falls. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gobert, he's checked in for Clark. And Mike Conley subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. The Knicks also changing it up. Towns comes in for Achua. And it's Payne in for Miles McBride. He hits both from the stripe. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Conley feeling it out. Back to Reed. Pass to Gobert. 6 to shoot. Outside Conley. Over Payne. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Knicks have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Bridges passes to Towns. No good. That would have tied it. Minnesota in the lead. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, DA. Thank you. Here's Conley after Mikal Bridges' bucket. To end the cold streak. Edwards loves it in there.
Anthony Edwards just reading what the defense giving up. Gets to his mid-range game right there.
Anunoby outside. Back to Payne. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Payne's got it all tied up now for New York. And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Conley. Now Reed, defended by Towns. Outside Conley. It's over Payne. Conley's shot is off. The Knicks have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Anunoby against DiVincenzo. And here's Payne. It's stolen by Gobert. Bounce pass Conley. DiVincenzo kicks to Conley. Timberwolves passing it around. Back to Edwards. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. New York's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Good work there as it goes.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Some changes for Minnesota. Julius Randle comes in for Reed. And it's McDaniels in for Dante DiVincenzo. Then for the Knicks, Achua, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Miles McBride comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Cameron Payne. And Minnesota has possession, trailing by 2. Pass to Edwards. Back to McDaniel. Shot clock at 5. Gobert the screen. The shot by McDaniels, no good. For New York, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Brunson outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. It's Edwards on the wing. He's guarded by Anunoby. Edwards dishes to Conley. Back to Edwards. Can they get it? Strong move inside by Edwards.
Boy, that defense must be better. Anthony Edwards getting it done on the interior.
Brunson the pass to McBride. Inside, here's Towns. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Stolen by Brunson. To the paint. Stolen by Michael Conley. Three-pointer Randall. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. And now it's a 3-point Minnesota lead.
Well, you've got to be decisive in catch-and-shoot situations, and Julius Randle leaves no doubt.
Anunoby outside. Here's McBride. McDaniels defending. McBride passes to Achua. Clock is at 3. And here's Brunson outside. And the Knicks miss again.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Picked his pocket. McBride with the ball. Traps in the tray. McBride's got the game tied up here for the Knicks.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Randall a screen on Brunson. Here's Conley. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Brunson. Anunoby outside. Back to Brunson. Towns sets the pick for Brunson. Brunson, hard finish inside.
And you see the aggressiveness and the absolute refusal to be intimidated inside. Jalen Brunson, a big-time finish.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Randall. Gobert with a screen for Randall. Shoots over Achua. And it's good off the back rim and in. Randall's got 12.
Well, so often the guy who sets the screen. In that instance, Julius Randle with the ball in his hands in the pick and roll. Go ahead, Julius.
You have to love that effort, getting after the basketball, fighting for a possession.
Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Outside Conley. Fires the 3. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Doubled by Conley. Here's Achua. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Knicks have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Edwards. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Bridges checks in. Both shots good from the stripe. The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Here's Randall. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Precious Achiuwa.
Well, with his strength, Julius Randle can absorb contact easier than a lot of players. This guy is not going to be intimidated.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Knicks.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
That free throw good from Randall. DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randall has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
Both free throws good from Randall.
Boy, really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Hard against Randall. Now, here's Hart. Defense is right there. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. 1 shot.
The free throw drops for Towns.
Well, we know this. Karl Anthony Towns was a go-to option from the very first moment he stepped in the lines of an NBA court. The versatility is so difficult to match up against.
Now here is Conley. Towns with the steal. Now here's Hart. Here's Bridges. Second chance shot. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's DiVincenzo. And Gobert kicks to McDaniels. Gobert with a screen on Anunoby. Here's McDaniels. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Listen, at just over 7 feet, we know Gobert is going to be terrific on the glass.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Hart. On the wing, Bridges. Bridges double team. McDaniels against Towns. Brunson outside. 5 on the clock. Brunson, oh, not bothered by the contact.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Puts up a deep 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. New York ahead, up by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Karl. Impressive start for you. What's the mentality going into a game like this?
Just being aggressive. Really played well at all the first half myself. All of us are missing a lot of easy bunnies. We're missing layups for us as pros. So second half, if we make those layups, we should be fine.
We'll see if you stick to the script. Thanks very much, man. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
The Knicks leading by 3. On the court for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. Now, here's Anunoby. Some nice passing by New York here. Bridges for 3. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Well, the length and skill set is a tremendous combination for Mikal Bridges. Starting to cook a little bit.
Randle outside. Gobert. And there's Gobert putting it right back in. Gobert's got 6.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those chip-ins are easy to come by. Now, here's Hart. Takes a 3. The rebound by Edwards.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Brunson, no good.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Here's Randle. Some solid defense from Hart. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. 4-point game. Here's Brunson. And rebounded by McDaniels. For Minnesota, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker at the break. Stolen by Anunoby. Here's Brunson. So fast in transition. Brunson gets it in there.
If Jalen Brunson is out in transition, you know his first thought is, I'm going to score.
Randle outside. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Randle. From the wing. The shot is good off the backboard. He's got 16.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Now here's Brunson. 8 points for him. And Towns gets it to go.
Well, just tremendous persistence from Karl Anthony Towns. Even under duress, the ability to stay focused.
McDaniels against Anunoby. Here's Edwards. And he goes big with the dunk right over Mikal Bridges.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Bridges dishes to Towns, and Towns throws it down.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
One of your keys defensively is do your work early and push him out of his comfort zone.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Well, Mike Conley understands how to draw contact and still try to get a shot opportunity. He'll go to the line for the end one.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
This season, he has been absolutely locked in at the free throw line. How about 90%?
And that one falls for Conley. New York leading by 3. Brunson outside. Pass to Bridges. Hart against Randle. Towns a screen on Randle. Here's Hart. Sinks the 3-pointer. Hart's got the lead up to 6 now for the Knicks.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, bounce to the ounce, Greg. Yeah, showing off the bunny. It's good.
Boy, the ability to stop on the dime and rise and fire Jalen Brunson, that is outstanding.
It's Edwards on the wing. Edwards slashing in, and Karl-Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Towns is doubled. Bridges kicks to Anunoby. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves trail by 6. Edwards with it. He's...
That was worth the price of admission.
Oh, wow, guys, doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
Yeah, it looks like he's in real pain. Definitely a concern right now.
Well, these are the moments that can be gut-wrenching for him and his team, right? Anytime you see an injury like this, certainly your heart goes out to him and to his family.
Miles McBride's checked in for Mikal Bridges. Now McBride. 6 points for him. Towns down low, defended by Gobert. Shoots a fader. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Knicks.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
First free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. The lead is 2. Hart against Randall. Hart the pass to Anunoby. On deep, Brunson. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert has got 11 rebounds in the game. And those advanced numbers, Doris, they show Rudy Gobert is historically great.
Kevin, I love that you are an analytics lover, but for me, it's about the eye test. Rudy Gobert has won the Defensive Player of the Year on more than one occasion. He's played on winning teams, and he's been an integral part of their success. He is one of the all-time great defenders we've seen.
That one goes in.
Yeah, don't let Brunson's size fool you. This guy operates consistently on the interior.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. New York on D. A 2-point game. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Hart against Randall. 6 on the shot clock. Randall is doubled. From deep three-point land. And that one is off.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Achua, he's checked in for the Knicks. Randall from outside. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, you know that when Julius Randle gets into his rhythm offensively, he can be problematic for defensive teams.
Now, here's Achua. Here's Towns. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Just strong work defensively there in the low post. You got to be tough down in the paint.
Boy, he really anchors well on the block. Very difficult to back down.
Edwards with it. Defended by McBride. The rebound by McBride. The Knicks have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Achua finds Towns. There's a screen by Achua. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. And the Knicks lead by 1.
You love to see Karl Anthony Towns with the great decision-making. Passes up a scoring opportunity to find a teammate.
Here's Edwards. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. And I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular. Boy, young talents like Anthony Edwards, so exciting to watch. You know, you've got to adapt to the NBA and continue to grow and reach your potential, but there's this infectious joy and a great smile that he plays with.
Good on the second free throw.
Boy, the missed free throw there, keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
Brunson the pass to Towns. Here's Achua. New York moving it around. Over Randall. Achua, no good. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Back to Alexander Walker. Randall from outside. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Now here's Towns. 17 points in the game. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Edwards got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Alexander Walker. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Knicks trail by 3. And it's hard penetrating to the wing on the left. On deep, Brunson. There it is. Brunson with the deep shot.
Yeah, he shot the ball well enough to keep his team even. Let's see if together they can elevate past that.
Conley kicks to Randall. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 4th assist in this one. Pass to Achua. Back to Brunson. Towns, a screen on Conley. Outside, Towns. And another 3 for New York.
Boy, what a pleasure to have a big man who can shoot the basketball like Towns. That's a pretty 3.
Conley against Brunson. Randall is doubled to the middle. Here's Gobert, and the layup falls. Gobert's got 6 in the quarter. As we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Back to Brunson. Brunson draws the double. Julius Randle with the rebound.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Conley with it. Brunson picks him up. Conley's shot is off.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Outside, Towns. From outside, off the mark.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it goes down 2 points.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Here's Brunson after the basket by Minnesota. 1:21 left to play in the third. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Randall with a screen for Edwards. And he drives in, fires the three. Shot's good by Alexander Walker. And now a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Now here's Brunson. 15 points in the game. And again, unable to change momentum here. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Randall. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Towns. A three-pointer is right on target. Towns has got 10 points here in the second half.
That's the confidence of Towns. This guy, regardless of situation, believes that shot is going in.
Up top, Randall. And no good on the last-second attempt this time. Julius Randle getting it done for Minnesota. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. We've got more in store for you right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Anthony Edwards out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Naz Reid. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Clark in at the four-man position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Clearly a foul.
First team foul.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
Also, I just love how hard they've taken the ball to the rack. They've made a point of attacking, and it's led to them getting buckets.
And that one falls for Reid. Miles McBride's checked in for New York. Both free throws good from Reid. Knicks trail by 5. Payne looking around. Outside, Towns. Towns is doubled. Pass to Anunoby.
OG Anunoby is tremendously athletic, and when he plays with this level of aggression, it's hard not to foul him.
Shooting for New York. OG Anunoby. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Good on both. Timberwolves leading by 3. DiVincenzo kicks to Edwards. Back to DiVincenzo. Drops in the layup for 2. DiVincenzo's got his first basket.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Anunoby outside. Misses the 3. Minnesota's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Knicks trail by 5. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Towns down low. He's against Reed. And it's Towns missing.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Outside Edwards. From 7. Nice touch on the bank shot. Now it's a 7-point Minnesota lead.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
Now here's Payne, defended by DiVincenzo. New York, no good that time either.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Clark outside. Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep. The Knicks pull it in. Up top, Anunoby. Defended by DiVincenzo. Over to the left wing. McBride passes to Anunoby. Here's McBride. Edwards defending. McBride's shot is off. Timberwolves leading by 7. Fires from 14. Edwards can't hit.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall. Guys, he's such a big target. On the alley-oop, throw it up. Mr. Robinson, the only one in the building who can catch it and finish.
Here is Edwards. Mitchell Robinson making his last shot.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
He's competed for every missed shot. Feels like he's quicker to the basketball than anyone else out there.
Now here's Payne. Towns looking around. Buries the long-range jumper. Towns has got 13 points in the second half.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Reed in the post. Guarded by Robinson.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for 2. Reed.
Shoot 2.
That free throw missing. Mike Conley's checked in for the Timberwolves. The Knicks also changing it up. Josh Hart comes in for Miles McBride. And it's DeLon Wright in for Payne. He hits the second from the line. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Knicks. They trail by 3. Pass to Robinson. DiVincenzo against Hart. Outside for Robinson. Here's Anunoby. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Anunoby's got it all tied up now for the Knicks. The Timberwolves have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Here's Reed. The Knicks pull it in. Hart's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Robinson a screen on Edwards. Hart the pass to Robinson. New York moving it around. On the wing, Anunoby. 6 to shoot. Pass to Hart. Over Edwards. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Reed with a screen on Hart. Edwards against Hart. Now here's Edwards. He's tightly guarded.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Mikal Bridges. Hey, David, what's the news?
Well, guys, I was able to catch up with the Knicks head athletic trainer. And, guys, unfortunately, he has a collapsed lung. Obviously, that's very bad news. There's lots of heavy heads in that training room. Right now, they have no idea when he'll be able to return. But certainly not tonight. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
And our hearts go out to him. The guy works so hard. His teammates love him. Coaches love him. He's going to be missed.
Right. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
All the officials are all over that one.
At the line for 2.
Free throw drops for Wright. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Randle comes in for Clark. Achua, he's checked in for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson comes in for OG Anunoby. And so Wright nails both of them. Timberwolves trail by 4. And here's Conley. Down low. Here's Gobert. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
How about the splendid concentration from the Frenchman? Rudy Gobert, excellent at converting while getting hit.
Daniels, he's checked in for Minnesota. The Knicks also changing it up. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Mitchell Robinson. And Miles McBride subbed in for DeLon Wright. A free throw drops for Gobert.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Superb touch on the teardrop. Jalen Brunson so good with the floater.
Conley against Brunson. Basket counts.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
It's stolen by Edwards. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. The Knicks making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in. Timberwolves trail. Conley with it. Randle kicks to Edwards to take the lead. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Edwards got 21.
Well, Anthony Edwards came into the league with a reputation as a scorer. He is starting to hum a little bit right here.
Here's Brunson. Brunson down the lane, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. And one thing among many doors that's so impressive about Jalen Brunson, the way he goes to work in the paint. Wow.
Kevin, at his size, you have got to be crafty. You've got to have great footwork and great patience. You've got to be willing to work in a crowd. What he does is really impressive.
That free throw, no good. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
So he comes up empty at the line.
And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
Back to McDaniel. No good that time. Towns with the defensive effort. Edwards brings the double team. Pass to Hart. There's the triple. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Minnesota in the lead. Outside Conley. Now here's McDaniel. For three, Edwards. Edwards with confidence.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Outside, Towns. And the Knicks miss again. And here are the Timberwolves. Big stretch here going 10-2. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Floats one up. Edwards holding off the D and converts.
Outstanding touch, boy. The floater is good for Anthony Edwards.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. He told us, guys, I need you all to come together right now on both ends. This game is not over. You need to go out there and take control now. We'll see how it looks coming out of the timeout. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Towns. Now here's Brunson. Anunoby outside. Back to Brunson. New York moving it around. Towns, no luck. And here are the Timberwolves. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Pass to Conley. Back to Edwards. Here's Randall. Outside Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. That three off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The beauty of Jalen Brunson, you can play him at the 1 or the 2, but we know he's always going to put the pass on time and on target.
So it's Minnesota now. The Knicks making the shot. And finished off by Gobert.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Now Brunson. Towns a screen on Conley. Knocks down the 3-ball. Brunson's got 14 points here in the second half.
Jalen Brunson wants the ball in these moments, and there he shows you why. Big-time shot.
To the inside. Here's Edwards. Goes back up. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
Oh, the young gun, Anthony Edwards with the big-time delivery.
Puts it up from 12. Brunson, no good. Minnesota's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Now, here's McDaniel. Conley, the pass to Randall. Outside Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Now it's a 7-point Minnesota lead.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
Conley against Brunson. Pass to McBride. Towns with it. Fires for 3. Gobert pulls it in. Conley against Anunoby. Randall outside. Now the 17-footer. Doesn't go that time.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip. How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
And they go to the intentional foul. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Edwards, defended by McBride. Outside Edwards. Count it. Edwards got 32 points in the game.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. 17 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Some call them wins and lessons. Coach not wasting any time making his point.
Well, maybe not his time, but this game is certainly finished. Let's get it over with.
Seventeen seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so the Timberwolves take the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks. Rudy, another strong performance for you guys. How good is this team playing right now?
We're playing great. It's all about our defense. When you play defense, when you focus, you communicate, and after we get easy stuff on the offensive end.
Rudy, a great win. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And now, our player of the game, Rudy Gobert.